So we tried IVF, we tried all the fertility stuff, and then one day you looked at me and you said, I can't see you like that anymore. So we decided we were going to adopt. Before kids, we didn't realize how calm and peaceful our life was. You. And how much free time we had. Am I the restaurant patron and you're the waitress?
Chaotic, but you become numb to it, and it's like way better than it was before when it was just quiet and boring and peaceful.
No.
But it's way more fun to like drive home and like them all be outside on their bikes, and then your windows are down and they're all screaming like, "Daddy, daddy, daddy, daddy," like losing their minds.
Daddy! Dada!
That's really cool. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug.
Mommy, we're going to get
Love you.
a Starburst.
You guys getting Starburst now?
Gonna get a
Sweet.
Here, let him go. Let Kai go. Like sometimes I'll like look at our house with all of our kids and I'm like, we used to have no kids, and I would like cry and like be so sad that we didn't have kids, and now they're screaming in the other room. We had like all these different eggs in all these different baskets. So we talked to Maryhurst and they said, yeah, you can foster to adopt, but with your really narrow parameters, it might take a long time to be matched. So one day, we got a call about two little boys. They were 1 and 2, and we couldn't say no. Friday, it was 5 p.m. They said, she was like, oh, you're a mom.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
I remember we went and we got Vietnamese food, and then we're like, what are we gonna do with these kids? And so my job was to go to Target and get the beds.
The cribs.
The cribs, and I also got a whole bunch of balls because I didn't know what to buy for little kids. So we got like footballs and basketballs and all sorts of stuff like that. And then they came in the door.
Okay, so Monday they came. They came to the door and they were crying.
Yeah. And then I gave them the balls and it didn't work.
Well, they were crying because they had just come from a different foster home, and you can imagine the trauma. They didn't know us, we didn't know them. Almost 2 years later, we have been going through the court process, and I will say that having Maryhurst by our side, on our side, advocating for us has been so helpful. Because a lot of times as a foster parent, you can feel isolated, discouraged, frustrated with the system. And Maryhurst, without a doubt, has been helpful. Because I know that some people go through the state or a different agency, and I don't know how all that works, but I know that with Maryhurst, if I call them or text them with a problem, they are on our side and they're advocating for us. And we've just went through this with some issues.
Text them and it's like 5 minutes later you're getting a response.
Yeah, I mean, just recently we have issues that will come up, and they fight for us and they fight for our boys. And it's hard because I feel like I'm fighting for our boys by myself. So it's nice to have them fighting for us too.
Okay. Now they got you all riled up. Love you, buddy. Love you, buddy. Love you.
Love you. Had we not been through our infertility stuff, we never would have gotten these boys, we never would have gotten these girls, and this is what we're supposed to be doing in life.